The French Open draw is out, so let's talk about it. We got Novak Djokovic going up against Pierre-Hugues Herbert, the French wild card. He just lost to Thomas Mahak in Geneva, so we'll see what he brings to Paris. And Carballes Baena or Lestienne, he could be playing Djokovic in the second round. Gael Monfils, Thiago Seyboth Wild could be a great first round matchup here. Going to play the winner of Golan and Musetti. Cerrone Duo and Hoffman going at it in the first round. And we got a qualifier versus O'Connell, Fognini, and Botic van de Zandschulp. Winner going to face Pedro Cachin or Tommy Paul. Taylor Fritz, Federico Coria. Argentine player likes to play well on the clay. Dusan Lajovic, Roman Saflin in the first round. All Aussie matchup, Alexei Popper and Thanasi Kokkinakis. Qualifier versus Adrian Manarino, seeded 22. 28 seed Thomas Echeverry taking on Arthur Cazoo. Had that amazing run at the Australian Open. We'll see what he can do at the second major of the year. Arthur Rinderknech taking on Walton, wildcard. Qualifier taking on David Fokina. And Jacob Mensik taking on Casper Ruud. This is a popcorn matchup right here. One of the biggest matchups of the tournament, Sasha Zverev taking on Rafael Nadal. We believe it's his last Roland Garros. David Goffin taking on the qualifier, Pericard from France. He's been playing some good tennis. Last week, Rinki Hijikata taking on Luciano Dardere, the Italian player, who is well inside the top 100 right now, playing some fantastic tennis, especially on the clay. Talon Griekspoor here, seeded 26, taking on Mackie McDonald. Karen Khachanov taking on Summit Nagal. And Marcus Giron taking on a qualifier. Flavio Cabelli from Italy taking on a qualifier. Winner going to face Dan Evans or Holger Rune, seeded 13 here. Alex de Minaur taking on Alex Michelsen. Jami Munar taking on Roberto Batista Gu, all Spaniard matchup here. Qualifier taking on Jan-Lennard Struff. He's been playing some good tennis lately. Qualifier taking on Sasha Bublik. You never know what you're going to get with him, but he's been playing some good tennis lately. Mariana Navone, seeded 31 here. Argentine players broken inside the top 100, near the top 50. Out in the top 50 right now. He's taking on Pablo Carreño Busta, who's been out due to injury. Nuno Borges taking on Thomas Mahak. Mahak has a ton of confidence right now because he just beat Novak Djokovic in Geneva. Miomir Kecmanovic taking on a qualifier. Kopfer taking on the 5-seed Medvedev. We'll see how Medvedev's going to play on the clay in Roland Garros. Andrei Rublev playing some fantastic tennis. He won a Masters 1000 on the clay. Andrei Rublev taking on Taro Daniel from Japan. Pablo Martinez taking on Tarante. Luca Nardi shocked Djokovic at Indian Wells. We'll see what he can do at Roland Garros. He's taking on the French wildcard Alexandre Muller. Been playing some pretty good tennis. Matteo Nadi taking on Arthur Feast. This could be a great matchup here. Ugo Humbert taking on Lorenzo Sonego. Zizang taking on Alexander Vukic. Lajar Zverev taking on Daniel Altmaier. Martin Fucsovics taking on Stefano Tsitsipas, seeded 9 here. He's been playing well on the clay. Ben Shelton taking on lefty player Hugo Gaston. Kei Nishikori's back, and he's taking on a qualifier. Max Purcell taking on a qualifier. Yoshido Nishioka taking on Felix Auger-Aliassime, seeded 21. Seems to be playing some pretty good tennis. Sebi Korda, seeded 27, taking on Mayet, wildcard from France. Emile Ruusuvuori taking on Sunwoo Kwon. Jack Draper facing a qualifier, and he could face Carlos Alcaraz in the second round. Finally, the bottom half of the draw, Hubie Hurkacz taking on a qualifier. Brendan Nakashima taking on Moreno del Alboran, wildcard from the USA, playing some great tennis, almost inside the top 100. Luca Van Assche taking on Denis Shapovalov. He is back from injury right now. Qualifier taking on Francis Tiafoe, seeded 25. Hasn't been playing the best on the clay, so we'll see how he holds up at the French Open. Tabilo seeded 24 here. He beat Novak Djokovic last week. He seeded 24, taking on a qualifier. Jordan Thompson taking on Maximilian Martyr from Germany, the lefty. Fabian Marozsan taking on a qualifier. He could face Grigor Dimitrov in the second round. Nicolas Jarry taking on Corentin Moutet. The lefty French player always brings it with the crowd. Alexander Shevchenko taking on Aslan Karatsev, who's back from injury. Atman taking on Ofner. Qualifier taking on Baez. Norrie taking on Pavel Kotov. Big matchup here. Stan Wawrinka taking on Andy Murray. Richard Gasquet taking on Borna Coric. And Chris Eubanks taking on Yannick Sinner. That is the French Open draw for the men.